In this video, I'm going to show you how you can reverse engineer the competition to see all of the keywords your competitors are targeting. This is a really effective strategy to use for keyword research, as essentially the websites you are competing with, aka the ones who are already on the first page of Google, well, they would have done all the hard work and all the heavy lifting for you already. So all you need to do is look at the keywords that they are targeting and then simply cherry pick the ones which are relevant to your website. And to do this, we're going to be using our clever tool which I showed in previous videos called SEMrush. Step 1 of this process is finding out who your competitors are. And you can find that out very quickly from an SEO standpoint by literally going over to Google and searching for a keyword, such as travel yoga mat, which is an example I'll be using for the purpose of this video. Let's carry out a search for travel yoga mat. So let's scroll down and look at the organic results. And you can see in position 1, we have this website. So what I'm going to do is right click this website and then copy link address, go back over to SEMrush and then paste in that whole URL into the search bar and then carry out a search. Now what this is going to do is return tons of information about this individual URL. It's not going to search the whole domain. It's only going to show me information relevant to this specific URL. That's really important to be aware of. So you can see we've got a few different options. We can see how much organic search traffic this URL is getting. Now this is just an estimation. We can see how many backlinks this page has, which I'll be covering in an immense amount of detail later on in the course. We actually have a whole section on link building, but essentially what I want to show you in this video is the keywords this URL appears for. So if we scroll down and go to organic research, you'll see these are the top organic keywords that this URL appears for. Travel yoga mat, they currently rank in number 1 for that, as we just saw from Google. This keyword gets searched for 1,300 times every single month. We've got yoga mat for traveling, yoga travel mat, travel yoga mats, the plural version. And you can see in total, there are 33 different keywords we can use. We can click view details to open up another keyword research report, which will give you a bit more information than the last. For example, you can see what URL is appearing for all of these terms. If you find yourself doing this research, but you're seeing not 33 keywords, you're seeing maybe 33,000 keywords, then of course that can be a lot of data to sift through. So what I recommend is you use the filters that SEMrush provides, where you can say to SEMrush, only show me keywords that have a minimum monthly search volume of 1,000 to 10,000 or 10,000 to 100,000. And that way you can remove a lot of the lower keywords, which are most likely inflating this number and showing you so many keywords. Another example you could do is you could say to SEMrush, hey, there's lots of keywords here, but I'm only interested in seeing the keywords that they currently rank in the top 20 positions. As if a URL ranks number 99 and there's 10 results per page, then that means that website is on page 10 for that keyword. If it's on page 10, then it most likely isn't relevant for that search term, which is why it's not appearing on the first page. So skipping out the keywords that it doesn't rank high for is another good way to help clean up this list and make sure you're only looking at the most relevant keywords. So once you're happy with all of the keywords you can see, you want to go ahead and then click export and make sure all is selected and then go for an Excel file. So that has now downloaded. So I'm going to open up the spreadsheet, which is this one right here. And as you can see, again, there are lots of different columns on here and we actually only need 2 of those columns. So we don't need column B or column C. So these 2 can be deleted. And then we don't need the keyword difficulty all the way up to column O. So from column C to column O, let's go ahead and delete that, as these are the only 2 things we actually care about: what the keyword is and how many times it gets searched for every month. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and take all of these keywords and then go ahead and copy them onto our keyword research template, so we can keep all of our keywords on one sheet and we're not going back and forth from sheet to sheet. So I'm going to go over to our travel tab and then paste in these keywords below the ones we already had, which we discovered from the previous keyword research strategy. So go ahead and paste them like so. We've got the keyword and the monthly search volume, which is awesome. I believe initially we only had 8 different keywords, or I think it was up to here, Manduka travel yoga mat. We had 8 different keywords and now we've gone ahead and I think we have about 41, 42. I mean 41 excluding the main heading of this column, but essentially we found a lot more keywords that we can potentially use to optimize our websites around. Now it isn't just one website URL you can use for this process, right? If we go back to Google, we'll see there is another website below this website called Yoga Matters. again, I can take this URL, copy link address, go back into SEMrush, and then paste in this URL like so. And you'll see just like that, SEMrush returns another 39 different keywords. So a lot of these are going to be duplicates. However, there may be one or two in here that you may not already have on your spreadsheet. So instead of trying to figure it out now, what I recommend is you actually export all of them, just as we did in the previous example. Go ahead and add them to your keyword research sheet. And I'm going to show you how to remove duplicates at a later stage. So for now, don't worry about that. The main goal of this process is to compile as many relevant keywords as possible from the top ranking websites. So let's go ahead to that one I just downloaded. Again, delete column B and C. We don't need those two. And again, we'll delete C to P now, or to O. Doesn't really matter. Just get rid of those. And again, I'm going to take keywords, I'm going to copy them and put them on the relevant tab, which is travel, as all of these keywords are related to travel. And again, you can rinse and repeat this process as much as you want. You can take website 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on and so on, and you will get a massive comprehensive list of keywords that you can target, ensuring that you're not leaving any stone unturned and you have fully covered this keyword in its entirety. Most people who struggle to get results from SEO only plug in one website, which means they're only targeting a small portion of the keywords. However, that is not going to be you, as you have this course, so you know exactly what you need to do to get the best results from your SEO campaign. And if you do have a little bit of OCD like me, you can go ahead and remove any keywords which you know aren't relevant, such as branded keywords. These ones, again, this was the name of the website we used to find these keywords, so you can just go ahead and delete them like so. Again, duplicates, don't worry about that, as we're going to remove all of those later on in the course. That brings us to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next.